Hiya lovelies, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Linz. So we are making today a gluten-free Victoria sponge, okay, cake. I'm going to be doing a 6-inch one. Now, I have been experimenting with this now for a couple of weeks. Everything has come out edible, but I think I've got it down to a T now. So without any, more waffle from me, I'm going to come down, I'm going to show you the ingredients, and yeah, we're just going to get on with it. So let's see. In this bowl here, I've already weighed out because it's just a little bit easier for me to do off camera. I have, let me see, 100 grams of butter, okay, and 100 grams of, I just used normal sugar, so granulated, but in fairness, I don't know whether you can see this. This is the stuff that is coming out of my Lidl lately. It is more like caster sugar than it is anything else, so that's that. So I've left, this has been out now for about an hour, and just to get that butter a little bit more soft because it was in the fridge. So we're just going to basically what's classed as cream this together. I was going to take out the hand blender and stuff, but I'm having a good day hand-wise, so we're just going to do it like this. You do this however you want to do it. Your kitchen, your rules, okay? Because, so basically we're just... Butter wasn't as soft as I thought it was, but it will be absolutely fine. As long as everything's kind of mixed together fairly well, I wouldn't overly worry, You just don't want any pockets of anything in your bowl or in your mix. You can use margarine as well if you want to. I haven't experimented with sort of like a vegan version of margarine or anything like that because it's just not something I buy. Now, I love the colour of these. In here I have 2 whisked up medium free-range eggs. Sorry, I forgot exactly what I was doing there for a second. One of them days. If you've been here before, you will understand. Do you know what? Yeah, I'm just going to pause this. I'm going to go and get the whisk because this is going to take forever otherwise. Okay. Now, I will speed this part up and lower the volume so you don't all go deaf on me. Right, so that is the butter, the sugar and the eggs. In here, I have 100 grams of gluten-free self-raising flour. Now, I know I said I wasn't going to waffle too much, but I just want to show you because, that is the one that I'm using at the moment. Now, I don't know if Oddlums is available everywhere because this one is actually milled in Ireland, but we have this one as well, which I know is definitely available in the UK. Now, this was, I just want to mention this, it's 1 kg of flour and you can see that is €4 a bag. So for any of you that are going down or have to go down the gluten-free sort of road, I don't know, would it be cheaper just to go and buy a cake, if I'm honest, okay, than to make one. But I actually prefer this now to my regular, normal, non-gluten-free cake. Anyway, we have this stuff here, which is xanthan gum. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And we are using 1/8 of a teaspoon, okay? I'll write it all down in the comments or in the description, one or the other, all the ingredients. So that's that one. Then we are using, again, I've made sure to get everything gluten-free because I want to make this, there's no point in me saying something's gluten-free and it's not, and then the recipe doesn't work for you because I'm not using the same ingredients, do you know? So, as I said, half a teaspoon of gluten-free baking powder. Now, I have some vanilla extract here as well. So for this one, I am going half a teaspoon with this. And a little bit of a dribble more, why not? And I just want to, not prepared, Linz. I just want to mix the xanthan gum, I don't even know if that's right, just in, and that baking soda through with the flour. Okay, now I'm going to, again, speed you up for this bit and lower the volume. Now, okay, so there we have that. And I just want to make sure that's proper mixed and we're not getting any, not seeing any lumps. Looks fine. Here I have my 6-inch cake tins. I will link these down in the description or in a pinned comment. Now I've made like a liner with parchment paper, and yeah, it just helps to get that back out. So this is now all going to go in here. Now I think I'm going to decorate this again with cream and strawberries like I did for the non-gluten recipe. I'll put a card up on the top of the screen there if you're interested and want to make that one. It came out really well actually in the end for me, but no. This will all level out when it's in the air fryer. So again, please remember, not all air fryers are equal. Like the Ninja's quite a high powered one. I'd love to put it to the test against some sort of different dual, but that's not in the cards at the minute, and I have so many air fryers and multi-cookers. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But I will at some stage have to do a declutter of all those things, and maybe I'll bring you along for that one. What have we got? I am going to be using this. This is a stainless steel dish lifter. Again, I will be putting them down in the description because that is one of my most asked questions on all of my videos. So I'm just popping that into drawer 1. Everything's got a nice coating of flour now. Lovely. So we're going on. I am going to be using the bake function. Now, if you're not using a Ninja, just try the air fryer mode. I reckon it will probably work as well. Now, I am bringing this down to 150°. Again, Fahrenheit should be somewhere up there if I've edited properly today. And we are coming up for this to 35 minutes. And I'll come back when that's finished. Right, this is just on its cool down part at the moment. Look. Yay. Just to make sure, you want to make sure that, repeating myself, Linz, yeah. 1, you do not open the drawer. Okay, very, very important. Do not open the drawer while this is in the middle of cooking, because gluten-free doesn't rise the best as it is. But if if you open that drawer, you're going to end up with something that looks a bit like a pancake. So what I'm going to do is I am going to leave this to cool for maybe 5 or 10 minutes. I'm going to take it out. I'm going to do that off camera. Or will I? No, I'll come back and I'll show you. But we need this completely cool, ready to decorate. So I'm just going to take this out on camera for you. Still a bit hot. Ooh. Oh, all the oil from the butter. Right, I'm leaving this now to completely cool, and then I'll come back and show you how I'm going to decorate it. If that's all you needed to see, then thank you so much for watching. It really does mean the world to me. Take care, and for all of you that want to stick around and see me have a fight with decorating again, I'll see you in a sec. Right, I cheated a little bit and I popped it into the fridge, okay? Because I'm a bit short on time at the moment. So what I'm going to basically do, I wonder, is that, yeah, I'm just going to use the edge of this plate to guide this knife across, okay, to split it in half. So you can do however you do it without chopping the fingers off. Now, one thing I will say, it can be a little crumbly, but that there is giving you the look that it is completely cooked through. I left the cream in the fridge. Hold on a minute. Oh. So, because this is quite a sweet cake, I haven't put any sugar into my cream. This is just double whipping cream. And I am just going to, if you watched the last video where I done the cake, then, yeah, we're just, yeah. Now, my strawberries might look a little bit odd to some people because they are from my garden. They're my homegrown strawberries. Now, they are a little bit sort of tart of themselves. So what I'm going to do with them, or what I've done with them, should I say, is I just chopped them and I did pop a little bit of sugar on them because, yeah, I'm having to try and get them before they completely turn, because otherwise the birds and everything else are eating them on me. So that's that. Here's my strawberries. I'm going to have to get covers for these because all this cling film I'm not happy about using. So as I said, my strawberries aren't the normal round shape because they're homegrown. I'm really, really looking forward to this because the last one I made, oh my day, I don't know how I'm not piling on a load of weight at the moment with the amount of cakes I'm making and had to make to experiment with for yous lovelies. I tell you what I've been doing, depending, a lot of people don't watch the whole thing, they skip forward a lot, but I know a lot of you do. I have got a glut at the minute of strawberries coming out of the garden, and I bought a dehydrator. Oh God, it must be maybe a month or so back now. And I have just been, if it stays still long enough, it's going in there. Dehydrated strawberries are amazing. They really are. So as you can see, this is trying to crack up on me, and it might be because I have tried to cool it too quickly, I think. So, but then gluten-free cake, I've noticed, does seem to crack up, a bit like me, a little bit as well. So you do use on the decorating. I'm trying to get a bit better. There's been a lot worse in the past, I can tell you. I'm quite enjoying it actually now. So who knows? Practice apparently makes perfect. useless bit of conversation here. I had the dog you see in the background quite a lot. That's Bobber, that's my Rottweiler. And I had him out in the garden with me the other day, and he has got a serious obsession with strawberries. And I turned round, I was doing a bit of weeding. And the next thing is I just looked up, and he had his head buried in the strawberry plants. Eating away, yeah. So, yeah, that's what happens. Yeah, no finesse, Linz. Now, right, I just want to get a picture or two of that, and then we'll come back. We're going to cut into it and have a taste test. Right, so we're going to cut a slice somehow. And as somebody suggested on the last cake video I done, we are going to use a fork because that was a little bit messy. So there we have it. Gluten-free Victoria sponge with cream and homegrown strawberries. So there we go. That there is unbelievably good, and I much prefer this now to a normal mix, which is quite good because I've loaded up on gluten-free baking stuff, so at least I know that it's not going to go to waste because I'm not gluten-free. But if it tastes like that, I'll eat it. Lovelies, once again, thank you so much for spending time with me. I am so appreciative. Appreciative, is that a word? I love you all to bits. You know, this dream of doing YouTube, well, not so much a dream, because in the beginning I never ever expected this. We've just come so far, and it's unbelievable to me that there's so many of you that it doesn't matter what I post, will watch. And then there's the other group that just watch certain things, and that's okay, because at the end of the day, I know more so than anybody, time is a very precious thing. And for you to, you know, allow me that time in your kitchens or in your homes or wherever you're watching from, that for me is just amazing. Right, I'm going to go because I feel a little bit emotional now after, you know, all that. Anyway, do make sure, if you haven't already, subscribe and all that kind of good jazz down there. Take care, and I'll speak to you all down in the comments or over on another video. Bye for now.